Hi guys, welcome back to Teaching Channels. Guys, today I welcome you all back to my channel. Today in this video you will learn about a new topic of English, and I'm damn sure it will help you, and it will make you perfect in English, and every doubt that you have in that topic, it will be clear, and I'm damn sure it will help you to clear your doubts also, and it will be more understandable. So without wasting our time, let's start, and let me tell you what's the topic. So today's topic is transitive and intransitive verb. Guys, transitive and intransitive verb, may you know these verbs, but if you not know, because if you not know, so today I will tell you about these two topics, transitive and intransitive verb. This is the types of verb. So before starting this topic, we have to know, it's very important to know that what is verb. It's very common that everyone knows what is verb, but still we have to clear the doubts, because sometimes any person have a doubt in verb, that what is verb. So let's see, let's start. Okay guys, so verb, a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence, such as hear, become, happen. Verb is a word that used to describe an action and state or occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate of a verb, such as hear, become, happen. So this is very easy topic, verb, but it have two types that we will learn after this. So verb, what is mainly verb? The action that we do, the daily actions, like if I take an example, for example, Rahul's grandfather going for a walk, right? Let's take another example of walking else. I take Rahul's grandfather is walking in the street. So walking, what the action is done by, what the action is doing here in this sentence. Walking is an action, so it is a verb. So verb is simple, a very simple topic. It is a action, mainly action, and state or occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate. It is very common that in a sentence, that subject and predicate. So it is a mainly part of this predicate. Okay, so I'm sure it will clear you, and let's move on to our topic, intransitive and transitive verb. There are two types of the verb, intransitive and transitive verb. Let's know about them. Okay guys, let's firstly let us know about intransitive verb. Guys, intransitive verb is not much hard, means its two types are not much hard, it's very easy if you will understand it properly. So it will be very easy, and you can tell another person also and clear their doubts also. So let's know about what is intransitive verb. An intransitive verb does not take an object. An intransitive verb does not take any object. Like if we take an example, for example, you will more understand this topic by examples. Like we say, she sleeps too much. Second, he complains frequently. In these sentences, nothing receives the action of the verbs sleep and complain. As you can see here in these sentences, the first sentence, she sleeps too much, right? So here there is no object. You can see much is not an object, too much is not an object. Sleeps, we can also say she sleeps, and she sleeps. Sleep is a verb, right? Sleep is a verb that nothing receives the action of the verb sleep and complain. And in the second sentence, he complains frequently. So frequently is not an object. He complains. He complains is also a complete sentence, but it didn't. But complain is a verb, and it didn't receive any object. It didn't receive. It didn't have any object in this sentence. So the sentences that didn't have any object, that does not have take any object, that verbs are called intransitive verbs. The verbs that does not take an object, that are called intransitive verb. Intransitive verb is not hard. Transitive verb is quite hard, means not much hard, because it is also very it is also very easy, but if you are learning it as a new learner, if you begin this topic if you firstly learning this topic, so it's hard but not much. So let's come on to that topic. Okay guys, let's come on to the next topic, that is transitive verb. Okay guys, so what is transitive verb? A transitive verb used with a direct object transmits action to an object and may also have an indirect object, which indicates to or for whom the action is done. In contrast, an intransitive verb never takes an object. So as you can see here, transitive verb used with a direct object, okay, and transmits action to an object. Okay, so the transitive verb have objects, means that the transitive verb takes an object, but intransitive verb did not take any object, right? Does not take any object. So the verb that have an object is called transitive verb, and the verb that did not have any object is called intransitive verb. There are two types of intransitive verb. One is direct object and second one is indirect object. Okay, first is direct object and second is indirect object. We will know further about it, but firstly we have to know clearly about transitive verb. A transitive verb used with a direct object transmits action to an object and may also have an indirect object which indicate to or for whom the action is done. So you can see here, it also contains a direct object that transmits action to an object and may also contains have a indirect object which contains to or for whom the action is done. In contrast, an intransitive verb never takes an object. So there is no types of objects are there, but in the transitive verb there are two types of object, indirect and direct object. Okay, so transitive verb, a transitive verb takes an direct object, that is the verb transmits action to an object. Let us know more further about direct object with the example, with the help of an example. He sent the letter. Letter is a direct object. How? Direct object of sent, letter, right? He sent the letter. So letter is a direct object. Here you can see it, the transmits. Here also it is marked that the transmits verb takes a direct object, that is the verb transmits action to an object. The verb that is transmitting action to an object. He sent the letter. So whom he sent what he sent? A letter. So it's a direct object. She gave the lecture. What she gave? Lecture. That is direct object of gave. It is a direct object of the verb gave, and letter is the direct object of the verb sent. A transitive verb can also have an indirect object that precedes the direct object. The indirect object tells to or for whom the action is done. Although the words to and for are not used in the following examples, notice the difference between the direct and indirect object. Guys, now let us know about indirect object. In these sentences you will get the difference between direct and indirect object, but I wanted to just tell you that direct, you can see the direct word means directly the object, the means the verb the main motive of the main thing that there is the easy way of getting the direct and indirect verb from the sentence. You can see that the verb is sending the direct action to which object. So you can see, and you can take out. I will further tell you what to do in that cases, but first let us know about indirect object. The direct object letter receives the action of sent. The indirect object robot in the person to whom the letter is sent. Robert is a person to whom the letter is sent. He sent Robert the letter. The direct object lecture receives the action gave. The indirect object class is the group to whom the lecture is given. She gave her class the lecture. She gave her class the lecture. Now you can see here indirect object, that is Robert and class. Now guys, how to I will also tell you with this example, these two sentences that are marked here. He sent Robert the letter and she gave her class the lecture. So in these sentences, how you will find the indirect and direct object? Let me tell you. It is very easy to find the indirect and direct object. I also use the same way, and I am also telling you the same way by which it is very easy to find it. So he sent Robert the letter. Just take out just first know that what is the objects here. Subject is he, verb is sent, Robert is an object, and letter is also an object. Right or not? Right. So now what things we have to focus on object. There are two objects, Robert and letter. So if we say he sent Robert and we cut the word the letter, he sent Robert. What he sent? It is not complete sentence. That if we say he sent Robert, it is not a complete sentence. And if we say that he sent the letter, so it is a complete sentence. That he sent the letter. What he sent? He sent the letter. So the object by which the sentence is complete, the sentence is said to be complete, is known as direct object, and the verb and the object that by the help of which the subject is complete is called direct object, but the another object by which the sentence is not complete is called indirect object. So it is an easy way to find. Now in the second sentence, let you find what is the answer. First we have to find the objects, subject and verbs. She gave her class the lecture. So what is she? Subject. Gave is a verb. Then class is an object and the lecture is an object. So what to do here? Here we will say she gave her class. What class? Which class? We don't know. But if we say she gave her the lecture, so it is complete. What she gave? Her lecture. So the object by which the sentence is said to be complete is known as direct object, and the object by which the sentence is not said to be complete, so it is called an indirect object. I hope that you learn what to do in the case when you don't know how to find. So it is the easiest way to find the direct and indirect object, because many times in your exam and anything, if it comes like that you have to find the transitive and intransitive. Also if it is transitive, to find the indirect and direct object, it can be also come. So you can find by this way. It is the easiest way, and hope you like this video. If you like, so please give me a thumbs up. Okay, let us know what is here written. Learn to recognize the words that are direct and indirect objects of verbs. When these words are pronounced, they must be an objective case. So guys, we should learn to how to recognize words to that are indirect and indirect object of verbs. When these words are pronounced, they must be in the objective case. Okay. Okay, so may you don't have any doubt in these two topics, and it will be clear to you. And it's very easy topics if you will understand it properly. Hope you guys like my video. See you soon in the next video. Bye guys. Don't forget to like my video, subscribe, and please press the bell icon.